This time, we'd like to welcome the student athletes from University of Florida. To my far left, we have Jalen Hudson, a senior guard. And to my immediate left, we have senior Kavarius Hayes. This time, we're opening up for questions for our student athletes. This is a 15-minute segment, and at the same time, the Florida locker room is open. If you have a question, please raise your hand, give your name, affiliation. We have a microphone holder. Okay. On the left side of the aisle.
Mike Stephenson, KOLO in Reno. Jalen, I'm curious what it's like for you to match up with the Martin twins. Obviously, you guys go way back.
Yeah, I'm excited. I actually won the last matchup against them when they were at NC State, and I was at Virginia Tech, so I know they're going to be super competitive. And obviously, I consider them family, so I'm just excited to honestly see them again. I haven't seen them in a long time. So it's just going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Other questions for our student athletes? Okay, we're going to keep it on the left side of the aisle here, and then we'll come back to you. Yeah.
Danny Lawhon from the Des Moines Register. Just looking at the season, I mean, there have been any number of times in which you guys could have really gone into a mental bad place. You know, really roller coaster, up and down, big wins, frustrating losses. How have you guys been resilient enough to get here? And with this fresh start of the tournament, even though it's one and done, what kind of new energy is here for you guys as you try to go make a run like any team could?
Start with Jalen first.
All these postseason games are considered really new seasons. So right now we're 0-0. I don't even really count the SEC tournament for now. So I'm just excited to kind of get our feet wet again in another postseason game. As far as the season, we're not really looking back at all during the season. Obviously, we had some ups and downs, but like you said, it's a kind of a fresh start now, especially it being the NCAA tournament and being the most important time of the season. So just looking forward to get our feet wet and competing and playing hard. And it could be some of our last games playing with the Florida across our chest. So just excited to get out there and compete.
Various, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I just want to say, like, mostly we've been able to stick together, you know, by drawing close to one another. You know, kind of relying on each other as far as like moving forward throughout all the frustrating losses, you know, rough times. I feel like the reason why we're able to overcome all of that is because we all have like positive mindset. You know, going what Coach says about, you know, learning from the losses and then even from our wins, just kind of keep building on a lot of the positive and fixing the things that we do wrong. And I feel like you said, it's a new season, 0-0, coming out with the right mindset and just playing the way we play.
Stay on the left there. Go ahead.
Just curious what each of you guys think of the Wolfpack. There's going to be several guys on each side with a lot of experience in this tournament, so it could be a fun matchup.
Start with Jalen first.
They're a very experienced team. Obviously, they had a lot of success. They are a mid-major team, though. I don't think they've seen maybe a team like us in a long time. I know they had a matchup with USC, and I think it was another high major team they kind of had trouble with. So I'm just excited to kind of bring our SEC kind of vibe to the game and see how they kind of can match up with that. Obviously, they're a really good team. I know the Martin Twins very well. Very good players, played at a very high level in the ACC at NC State, and they've always been good. I don't know too many of the other players, but looking at the scouting report, obviously they can play, and a bunch of them have transferred as well. So I think it'll be a really good matchup for both teams.
Yeah, like you said, it's a team with like a lot of experience as far as like, you know, a lot of seniors and transfers. It'd be interesting to go up against them. I know like they have very talented players, like as far as from the perimeter down to the post. I feel like it'll be a good way to test our strengths and some of our weaknesses right now, and just kind of giving all we got. You know, the Martin Twins are very good, and they get a lot of three-point shooters. We're just gonna stick to what we do, play our principles.
Other questions for our student athletes? Kavarius, I want to ask you a question. You're playing some of your best basketball this season right now, the last 10 games, including the SEC tournament. You're averaging over 11 points. What do you attribute that to?
Staying the course. I feel like just working on it a lot, just like trying to get shots just about every day, anytime I can. You know, it's kind of starting to like show and pay off a little more, like building up the confidence to actually, you know, hit the mid-range shot like I did in one of our games, and just kind of keep building on that. I feel like, you know, I always play hard in every game, so it's like that's never gonna go away. I'm just gonna keep building on that.
Other questions? Still have 5 minutes. Got a question here? Go ahead, sir.
Chris Harry, FloridaGators.com. Kavarius, how do you think that? Do you think there's something about this team playing better, given now the rotation has shrunk a little bit? You know, you guys, all 5 starters, averaged over 30 minutes a game last week in the SEC tournament, and Mike says you all are playing your best basketball right now. Is there a coincidence there, or is this the best lineup for you guys right now?
I feel like we owe a lot of that to like the chemistry, is like how well we are with each other, like off the court. It's finally starting to transition to on the court, understand like each other's play style and like the playing around, like all of our strengths. And then even then, you know, our bench is actually, you know, really good. When they come in, they like keep up the energy. And I feel like that's what we do very well, is like kind of keep the energy going. Like as long as we have like a lot of energy in our games, we tend to, you know, snowball off of that. Whether it's like even when something goes wrong, we like can band together. Everybody has like the right mindset, as far as like we all want to win. And the starting 5 are the ones who we kind of like come out and set this tone, you know, as strong as we can, and we build off of that.
Other questions? If we don't have any other questions, thank you very much, guys. Best of luck tomorrow. Thank you. And the Florida locker room is still open. We'll have Coach White up here shortly. We will start our next press conference with the Florida coach here in less than a minute. And again, I want to make these announcements. There's satellite coordinates for this press conference with Coach White. Galaxy 17/18K, slot B. The downlink is 12055.5 vertical. Please silence your phone. There's no flash photography or video recording with your iPhone or tablet. Have a question, please raise your hand. We'll have a microphone holder come over. Please give your name and affiliation. And again, while Coach White is talking, the Florida locker room will be open until 4:30. Florida will be on the court practicing at 4:55. We'll conclude today with Montana student athletes at 5 o'clock, followed by their head coach. I'd like to welcome to the dais Florida head coach Mike White. The Gators are appearing in the NCAA tournament for the third straight season and 20th time in school history. Florida is the number 10 seed in the West region. They will meet number 7 seed Nevada in a 5:50 tip-off local time here tomorrow. Coach, welcome to Des Moines.
Thank you. Great to be here. Appreciate you all's time. Exciting to play in the NCAA tournament, as always. Anything can happen in this tournament, and our guys are excited to be here. We're coming off an SEC tournament in which we won a really close one and lost a really close one, but feel like we're playing our best basketball of the year, and we certainly hope that continues against a team in Nevada who's coming off a great tournament in their own right a year ago in this tournament, and has had another terrific season. A highly ranked team all year, a team who we're going to have to play really well against to have a chance. Excited about the opportunity.
This time we'll take questions. Please raise your hand, and we'll have a microphone holder. Okay, right here.
Denny O'Grady with the Carroll Daily Times Herald in Carroll, Iowa. Coach, what are going to be the keys to beating your opponent tomorrow, and what's your biggest concerns? And have you ever been to Iowa before?
Yeah, I'll answer the first ones first because I might ramble on the second one. Keys to the game. Defensive transition is very important against these guys. A lot of things are important against these guys. Live ball turnovers and floor balance, it's all the same category. We're coming off a game in which we would have given ourselves a better chance against the Auburn Tigers to potentially play for an SEC championship on Sunday if we didn't have the 19 turnovers uncharacteristically that we did. We've got to be better than that against Nevada in a similar type switching, pressuring, denying of passes type defense. Isolation defense has got to be huge. These guys, they can go get it. They're great at drawing fouls. They're great at playing downhill. And then for us, not only specifically to these guys, but they are terrific defensively. But for us, going in every game, offensively, we got to figure out how we're going to score. And these guys defensively are very, very efficient. Again, we've got to value the ball at a high level. And those are just a few keys, a few factors, but there's a bunch. This is a team that is as old as anybody in the country. They've done a great job with balancing that and managing that roster. They are as big as anybody in the country, an incredibly long lineup. They've got a good mix of shooters and handlers. They seem to have a bunch of guys that can pass, dribble, and shoot it. And they go at you. Coach obviously knows how to go at you with his background in terms of picking on certain guys at different spots on the floor and putting guys in position to be successful offensively. And then they're tough, they're physical, They battle you. They're really good. Have I been to Iowa? First through fourth grade, I lived in Dubuque. Attended St. Columkille's Elementary, as we just talked about. Behind the curtain. Fun time in my life and all my siblings' lives. We loved it here. My father was the athletic director at Loras College, right down the road. It was a great time.
Other questions here on the aisle, left side?
Danny Lawhon, Des Moines Register. The whole roller coaster word is a really horrible cliche, but apparent to this team, you know, it might actually be something that close to fits. There's been a lot of chances for the team to really get down on itself, up points, down points, losing streaks, winning streaks, following those.
Yeah.
How has the resiliency of this team impressed you to get to where you guys are today?
Very much so. It's been a really odd year. This team was 12-11. Went through losing streaks, winning streaks. We've been through different guys starting. We've been through seniors going off, seniors having slumps, freshmen trying to figure it out, freshmen leading us to victories. It's been unique to say the least. We've had several opportunities, having lost some very close games, to lose interest, if you will, lose a little bit of fight. But instead, you know, it was about the next practice, the next play, the next timeout, the next film session. And obviously won our share down the stretch, playing our best basketball of the year, won enough close ones. You wish we could have back some of those close ones that we lost, and we might be sitting here not having to play Nevada. That said, you know, it speaks to, you said it, resiliency, toughness, character. You know, we have our flaws as a team, but collectively this team's got a lot of character in that we kept plugging and kept working and found a way. We found a way in, and now anything can happen.
Stay on the left side.
Mike Stevenson from KOLO in Reno, Nevada. Coach, I'm curious, Nevada and you guys both have a lot of experience on this stage. What have you guys learned from the past couple of years about what it takes to succeed on this stage?
Sure. I think last thing I said was anything can happen, and I'll stick to that. Just we know everyone's got a clean slate, and there have been 10 seeds that have made big runs in past NCAA tournaments. Heck, there was an 11 seed that we're very familiar with that came into our place last year and beat us on our home court and ended up going to a Final Four in Loyola, who was an 11 seed. That said, just like the SEC tournament, you go into that tournament, you go into this tournament, you can make a lot of noise. How many can we win? Who would we play next? If none of that even matters. This is about the first possession against Nevada, really locking in on these guys, a scouting report, film session tonight, the next film session tomorrow, trying to get a great shot, again, versus stifling defense, trying to get a stop, trying to get your second stop. That's it. Playing in the moment, moving on to the next play, just playing the game, locking in on the Wolfpack. Hopefully we're competitive enough to where down the stretch we've got a shot, and that's it.
Any other questions for the coach? Go back here.
Just really quick, I hate to be that guy, but I'm a local, Nevada as opposed to Nevada. I'm sorry. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Am I butchering it?
So, yeah, Nevada is what we
Well,
always hear, but it's Nevada.
It's
I'm
Nevada.
Not Nava, yeah. I'm
How,
sorry.
what if you pronounce the last A at the
I'm
end?
just trying to help out
Nevada.
another mic here.
No?
Nah, Nevada. It's
Okay.
kind of like how Gonzaga always gets that. It's Gonzaga.
How do you say tomato?
That's true. Or like Creek
Get it
and
right.
Crick. Yeah, I lived in Montana, a little different, yeah. Just trying to help out another mic, Coach.
Sounds good.
Any other questions?
Take some tips during the game tomorrow as well. Anything else?
Thank you very much, Coach. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.